Okay, welcome to part 2 of my fish room update. We're actually going to visit the shed and I can show you some of my breeders. I'm going to go ahead and pan out and just kind of give you an overview of what the fish room itself actually looks like. So we'll go ahead and get into this video. Okay, here we have part of my group of spectacles. This group was acquired from two sources. My buddy James Decker, as well as a good friend of mine over at Bayou Boot Cichlids, Mr. Craig Robinson. This is approximately half of my group, 12. 6 have already been subjugated out in 75 gallons to cut down on the violence. I'm hoping to acquire at least 1 or 2 pairs from this group and then include them in my breeding program. Here we have my group of Regularis. I was able to acquire these from Joe O'Haron over at West Coast Cichlid Culture. Very beautiful cichlid. I actually had these guys lay eggs for me, but wasn't able to get a complete successful spawn from them. The two females were actually trying to compete for the male's attention. I believe when one female laid the eggs, the other came behind her and ate them before he was able to fertilize them. But a very beautiful cichlid, something that it's kind of rare. You don't see too often in the hobby, so I'm very glad I was able to acquire these. It's a riverine species, so they tend to like a current, which is why I've got a couple of power heads in here. I'm gonna continue to work with these guys, and like I said before, I hope to have a successful spawn from them in the future. This is my first group of Media Luna yellow Labradins. These actually came from Jeff Rapps. They're doing very well for me. I've got a couple that have really colored up. I think you'll see that dominant male swing by through in front of the camera here pretty soon. But just a gorgeous fish. One of my favorites. I'm so glad I was able to acquire these, and they're doing very well for me. So, like I said, again, one that I hope to successfully spawn in the future. Here we have the second group. This is actually from 2 different sources. One from Dan over at Cichlids of America, and a few more that I got from Jeff Rapps. Again, these guys are doing very well. I'm hoping to be able to relocate both groups to a larger tank here shortly. I'm doing a little reorganization, moving some things out, and trying to line things out. I'd like to give these guys at least a 125-gallon aquarium where they can actually, settle in and really start to grow for me. So, very beautiful fish, doing very well. This is my group of red tiger motaguense. This is actually one of my favorites. This is a cichlid I've kept in the past. Very beautiful fish. I've got a group of 6 in this tank, and I'm pretty female dominant. I think I've got 2 males in the bunch. The biggest one in the beginning of the video and right here is the female. She's doing very well, starting to color up. Can't say too much more about these guys. Just a very beautiful cichlid. I'll hush up and let you guys enjoy. One thing I'd like to mention, there are 2 different color morphs in this species, but you can really tell this is a true red tiger with all the red spangling in the face and cheek of this particular fish. And these guys are doing very good, very healthy appetites, very good fish. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll recognize this big guy. This is my Gorillas Blue Umbi Colossus. He's still doing well, starting to pack on some girth, still growing. He's probably somewhere around the 13, 14-inch mark, but beautiful fish and doing well nonetheless. His female is in there. She hides non-stop, but she's doing pretty good too. I've replaced the pot with a bowl so that he's able to fertilize the eggs when she chooses to lay again. But he's doing very well. This is my male Trimac, looking just as pretty as ever. He's got great markings, beautiful red on the gill plates. This is a special fish to me because this is one I actually produced in-house off a previous pair that I had. But he's doing really well. His female's hiding in the PVC tube there, but she's very thick. I'm hoping that they're gonna spawn here in the near future. But just wanted to give you guys a quick view of him. Very beautiful fish. I don't think the video does him any justice. Very nice specimen for as Trimacs go. This is a 75 grow out with some Robertsoni and Rostratums. I'm actually hoping to get a couple of breeders out of this. I've also got a few smaller red tiger motiquins that I just recently acquired from a local fish shop. Very beautiful specimens. You can see there a lot of nice red, and these fish are only about 3 inches long. So I'm hoping to grow them out and add them to the group. You can see that dominant male Robertsoni right there really coloring up, and the Rostratum swimming in front. I've got a nice male Rostratum in another aquarium that I'm hoping to get a female out of this group to add with him and possibly add them to my breeding program. Just wanted to get a close-up of those red tiger motors that I was just telling you about, but there you go. You can see the red spangling in the face. I think these are going to be very nice, and I can't wait to add them to my main group. This is my pair of microthalamus. You may remember seeing these guys in the previous video, part 1 of this update. Actually relocated them to 75. I'm attempting to try to get these guys to go ahead and spawn for me. They're doing very well. They're getting along, which I'm surprised is this male has actually killed about 4 others that I had when I was actually rearing a group. But very, very beautiful cichlid. I don't know if you could tell, I'm very fond of Vehas and Therops. But just a very beautiful fish. Very glad I was able to get these. Again, like I said, I hope to add these to my list of cichlids that I've been able to spawn. But just a beautiful cichlid in its own right. I believe that's actually the female in front there, and the male's in the back, swimming to the front of the tank. The female's going to the back. But these guys are very beautiful. It's a 125-gallon grow-out tank. It's actually got 3 different species. It's got Feste, it's got Gephrum, and Atromaculatum. Everything's doing very well up in here. The Feste, well, I was actually acquired from buddy James Decker, as well as a few of the Atromaculatum. The rest actually were acquired from my buddy Will Jackson. He was able to help me get those. But everything's doing very well up in here. I can't be any more pleased with this tank. And you see some of the Gephrum, Feste, and I think you can see, yeah, there you go, some of the Atros swimming in front of the tank there. I might add that the Gephrums were acquired from wet spot, and I think a few of them also came from Jeff Rapp's. I was able to get a few of those guys, but very happy with these guys. I can't wait to see them put some size on. Uh, just just a nice mixture of cichlids. Here we have another grow out tank. This is my Lentiginosum ceruleus, and I was able to acquire four more irregularis. But these guys are doing great, healthy appetites. They're starting to put on a little size. I actually got these guys, and they were the lens in particular. They were very small, but I've been able to get them to put on some size. But again, like I said, everything's doing great in here. Uh, that's one of the lens and ceruleus. Everything's doing very well. This is my Haitiensis pair. They're housed in a 125 right now. You can see they actually had a spawn here recently. That's the female hanging out in the flower pot. And here's Big Titan swimming across the screen here. One of my favorite fish in my collection. Beautiful. He's got very nice peppering, speckling on his body, but just a really nice cichlid. He's he's got a lot of attitude. Whenever I go to his tank to do a water change, he constantly tags the siphon tube the entire time it's in the tank. But just a wonderful pair, excellent parents as well too. Yeah, they are there. Can't really tell or not if these guys are trying to spawn again, but I noticed she's been spending a lot of time in that flower pot, and she's guarding. She doesn't even want him inside there. And last but not least, this is my group of heterospelus. Uh, I actually had 8, and I've whittled them down to 6. I sold a proven pair to my buddy James Decker. These guys are doing very well. You can see there in the center of the tank there, the females actually laid a clutch of eggs again. But these guys spawn for me about every 2 weeks or so. Um, I've got about 4 or 5 batches that I'm raising in 40 in a couple of 40-gallon breeders and some 10 gallons. But just a wonderful fish. I find they do very well as a group, and not overly aggressive, but very nice cichlid in its own right. You can see the pink and the blues when they pass by the camera.